orders.
Roger. The target back inbound, verify your third out.
Okay, roger, I'm breaking left. I'll tell you when I'm cold. Going left. I still have eyes on.
Do you recognize this sound? If you haven't been on a battlefield, you might not have heard it. But for those in the thick of combat, that sound was music to their ears. It meant their chances of making it home just went up. What was it? The unmistakable sound of the A-10 Thunderbolt II, better known as the Warthog. Even as its time in service draws to a close, this legendary aircraft has not only shaped the history of modern aerial warfare, but has also earned an almost mythical status among pilots and ground forces. But what makes the A-10 so special? Why has it been the subject of such intense debate and admiration? Today, we'll journey through the legacy of this battle-hardened icon. The Warthog has a rich history, rooted in the lessons learned from the Vietnam War. In the late 1960s, the U.S. Air Force recognized the need for a specialized aircraft that could provide effective close air support, or CAS, to ground troops, particularly against armored targets. Existing aircraft, like the A-1 Skyraider, were proving inadequate due to their vulnerability to ground fire and inability to deliver sustained firepower. During this period, there was a significant debate within the U.S. Air Force. Some argued that versatile fighter bombers like the F-4 Phantom II, which could perform multiple roles, were more efficient and logistically simpler. Others claimed that a dedicated CAS aircraft would provide specialized advantages, such as longer loiter times and greater protection, without the need for supersonic performance. The Cold War added another layer to the discussion. Supporters of a dedicated CAS design emphasized the importance of having an aircraft that could effectively counter the threat of Soviet armor on NATO troops in Europe. This urgency ultimately led Air Force Chief of Staff John McConnell to launch the Attack Experimental Program in 1966. The program's mission? To develop a new breed of CAS aircraft, powerful, affordable, and specifically designed to loiter over the battlefield, withstand significant damage, and deliver powerful, precise strikes against enemy armor. Fairchild Republic won the contract with its innovative design. At the same time, the U.S. Air Force initiated a program to create a powerful, reliable 30mm cannon that could effectively destroy armored targets. This led to the development of the GAU-8 Avenger, a 7-barrel Gatling gun. The goal was to provide the A-10 with an anti-tank weapon that could deliver a high rate of fire and penetrate heavy armor. The cannon was designed by General Electric and later produced by General Dynamics. The design required that the entire A-10 airframe be built around the cannon, resulting in the unique layout of the aircraft, including the offset nose landing gear to accommodate the gun's massive size and weight. The first prototype with the integrated GAU-8 flew on May 10, 1972. It entered full production in 1976, and by the time production ended in 1984, 715 A-10s had been built. Just a quick moment before we unveil the rest. If you're new here, consider subscribing to this channel. Stay up to date and never miss out on the latest insights. Let's now have a close look at its features. One of its most distinctive aspects is its durability. The A-10 is built to survive heavy enemy fire, with a titanium bathtub protecting the pilot and critical flight systems. This armor can withstand direct hits from armor-piercing and high-explosive projectiles up to 23 millimeters, ensuring the aircraft can continue its mission even after taking damage. Its twin General Electric TF-34 GE100 turbofan engines are mounted high on the fuselage, away from potential ground fire. These engines provide the Warthog with a top speed of around 439 miles per hour and allow it to operate from short and rugged airstrips close to the front lines. The high-mounted engines also reduce the risk of debris ingestion during takeoff and landing, enhancing the A-10's survivability in harsh environments. A key aspect of the A-10's design is its ability to loiter over the battlefield for extended periods. With a combat radius of about 290 miles, the Warthog can provide persistent support to ground troops, making multiple passes over enemy positions if necessary. Its large, straight wings contribute to excellent low-speed maneuverability and stability, which are crucial for precision targeting in close air support missions. As mentioned earlier, central to the A-10's firepower is the GAU-8 cannon. This 7-barrel Gatling gun is mounted in the nose of the aircraft and is designed specifically for tank busting. It fires 30mm armor-piercing and high-explosive incendiary rounds at a rate of up to 3,900 rounds per minute. It is fed by a linkless ammunition feed system that recycles spent casings back into the drum, maintaining the aircraft's balance and center of gravity during firing. The cannon's effectiveness against armored targets is enhanced by its high muzzle velocity and the penetrating power of its ammunition. The A-10 also carries a wide array of additional weapons on its 11 hardpoints, including AGM-65 Maverick missiles, unguided rockets, and various types of bombs. This diverse arsenal allows the aircraft to engage a broad spectrum of targets, from tanks and armored vehicles to enemy fortifications and troop concentrations. The Warthog has a distinguished combat history that underscores its effectiveness in close air support missions. Its first major deployment was during Operation Desert Storm in 1991, where it played a crucial role in the destruction of Iraqi armor and military infrastructure. Let's go through some figures. The A-10s flew 8,100 sorties and launched approximately 90% of the AGM-65 Maverick missiles fired by coalition forces. They destroyed more than 900 tanks, 2,000 other military vehicles, and 1,200 artillery pieces. It also engaged in air-to-air combat, achieving remarkable successes, including shooting down 2 Iraqi helicopters using the GAU-8 cannon. Only 6 aircraft were lost during the war, while another 14 A-10s were damaged but managed to return to base, underscoring the aircraft's robustness and ability to survive significant damage. Following Desert Storm, the aircraft was deployed in various operations throughout the 1990s, including the Balkans. During Operation Allied Force in 1999, the Warthog supported NATO forces by targeting Serbian military positions and providing close air support to ground troops. In the early 2000s, the A-10 saw extensive action in Afghanistan and Iraq during Operation Enduring Freedom and Operation Iraqi Freedom. Its ability to operate from forward air bases close to the front lines allowed for rapid response to troops in need of air support. In one incredible incident during Operation Iraqi Freedom, Captain Kim Campbell's A-10 was heavily damaged by ground fire over Baghdad, but she managed to fly the crippled aircraft back to base safely, showcasing the Warthog's resilience and survivability. Its combat effectiveness was further demonstrated during the fight against ISIS. In operations such as Inherent Resolve, the Warthog provided relentless air support to ground forces, helping to degrade and destroy ISIS infrastructure and combat capabilities. For instance, the 74th Expeditionary Fighter Squadron, known as the Flying Tigers, played a key role in the liberation of Raqqa, Syria in 2017, striking 44% of all targets in the operation. Throughout its service, the A-10 has earned a reputation for saving countless lives on the battlefield. Its ability to take heavy damage and continue flying has made it a favorite among pilots and ground troops alike. However, truth be told, despite its renowned combat effectiveness, the Warthog also faced significant challenges during its deployments in Iraq and Afghanistan. Its reliance on older targeting and engagement systems led to notable issues, particularly in terms of collateral damage and friendly fire incidents. Since 2001, the Warthog has been involved in friendly fire incidents resulting in the deaths of 10 U.S. soldiers and numerous civilian casualties in Afghanistan. Detailed data collection since 2010 revealed that the A-10 was responsible for 35 civilian deaths, the highest among U.S. military aircraft during that period. One primary criticism was the Warthog's early lack of advanced sensor technology, making it difficult for pilots to distinguish between friend and foe. Pilots often had to rely on binoculars and visual identification, leading to tragic mistakes. This issue was evident as early as the Gulf War when 2 A-10s mistakenly strafed British vehicles, resulting in the deaths of 9 soldiers. But the emphasis was on keeping the aircraft rugged and cost-effective, so the needed significant upgrades to its sensor and fire control systems had to wait until the mid-2000s. Finally, in the mid-2000s, the A-10 underwent a major modernization program known as the Precision Engagement, or PE, upgrade, addressing many of its earlier shortcomings. This extensive program, with an estimated cost of $168 million, brought several key enhancements. The PE upgrade included a range of improvements to the A-10's avionics, weapon systems, and overall operational efficiency. One of the most notable changes was the installation of a glass cockpit, featuring multi-function color displays that provided pilots with better situational awareness and easier control over the aircraft's systems. The digital stores management system was another critical addition, allowing for more efficient management of the aircraft's diverse arsenal. The culmination of the precision engagement program was the creation of the A-10C, an advanced and more capable version of the original A-10A. This version features modern avionics and digital systems that enhance its ability to conduct close air support missions with greater precision and effectiveness. Its capabilities were further enhanced by the integration of advanced targeting pods, such as the Sniper XR and Lightning pods. These targeting systems provide superior accuracy, enabling the A-10C to employ precision-guided munitions with greater effectiveness. This upgrade allowed the C version to deploy a wider array of modern smart weapons, including JDAMs, Joint Direct Attack munitions, and laser-guided bombs. To ensure the longevity and continued operational capability of the A-10 fleet, a wing replacement program was initiated in 2007. Costing around $1.1 billion, this initiative, led by Boeing, replaced the wings on 173 A-10s, extending their service life by up to 10,000 flight hours. The wing replacement was essential for maintaining the structural integrity of the aging aircraft and ensuring their readiness for future combat operations. By 2019, this program had successfully extended the service life of many Warthogs, enabling them to remain operational until the late 2030s. In addition to the major upgrades implemented during the PE program, the A-10 has continued to receive enhancements to keep it relevant in modern combat scenarios. One such upgrade is the helmet-mounted integrated targeting system, which provides pilots with improved situational awareness and target acquisition capabilities. This system allows pilots to quickly and accurately engage targets, enhancing the Warthog's effectiveness in close air support missions. The A-10's electronic warfare capabilities have also been improved, with upgrades to its electronic countermeasures and chaff flare dispensers. These enhancements help the aircraft evade modern air defense systems, increasing its survivability in contested environments. Additionally, the integration of the advanced precision kill weapon system has provided the Warthog with a more flexible and precise targeting option, allowing it to engage a wider range of targets with greater accuracy. The A-10's communication systems have also been upgraded to ensure secure and reliable connectivity in modern combat environments. The aircraft now features advanced communication systems that enhance its ability to coordinate with other units and provide effective close air support to ground forces. The modernization of the Warthog has not been without controversy. Over the years, there has been an ongoing debate about retiring the A-10, fueled by political, strategic, and financial considerations. This debate has pitted various factions within the military and political spheres against each other, each with its own perspective on the aircraft's future. The primary argument for retiring the A-10 has centered on the need to allocate resources towards newer, more versatile aircraft like the F-35 Joint Strike Fighter. Proponents of this view argue that modern warfare demands multi-role fighters capable of performing a variety of missions, from air superiority to ground attack. They claim that maintaining a fleet of specialized aircraft like the Warthog is no longer cost-effective, especially in an era of tight defense budgets and evolving threats. However, supporters of the A-10 argue that no other aircraft can match its close air support capabilities. Senator John McCain, a notable supporter of the aircraft, consistently emphasized its irreplaceable role and cost-effectiveness compared to newer platforms. This sentiment is echoed by many in the military who have relied on the Warthog's support in combat. For them, the A-10 is not just a piece of military hardware, but a lifesaver that has proven its worth time and again in combat. The political debate over the aircraft has seen significant involvement from Congress, where lawmakers from both parties have often stepped in to support the aircraft's continued service. This support is partly due to the strong lobbying efforts by defense contractors and partly because of the A-10's popularity among constituents in states where the aircraft is based and maintained. As a result, attempts by the Air Force to retire the Warthog have been repeatedly blocked or delayed by congressional action. In 2017, for instance, the Air Force proposed retiring the A-10 to free up funds for other priorities, but Congress intervened once again, mandating that the Warthog fleet be maintained. In 2019, the National Defense Authorization Act included provisions to keep the aircraft in service, highlighting the enduring support for the aircraft within the legislative branch. But now it seems we are reaching the end. the U.S. Air Force has been given congressional approval to start retiring the A-10s, with significant numbers already marked for retirement. As of early 2024, the largest number of A-10s yet is being headed to the boneyard, indicating a significant shift in strategy. Specifically, Davis-Monthan Air Force Base in Arizona has begun retiring its Warthog fleet, with plans to decommission 42 A-10s by the end of 2024. This reduction will allow the Air Force to reallocate resources towards other priorities, ultimately planning to retire the entire fleet by the late 2030s. The plans for phasing out the Warthog involve a gradual process, taking into account the need to maintain effective close air support capabilities while transitioning to more modern aircraft. One of the primary strategies involves replacing the A-10's role with the F-35. The F-35's ability to perform close air support has been tested, but with mixed results. Documents revealed that during comparative testing, the F-35 struggled to achieve the same level of effectiveness as the A-10 in specific close air support scenarios. The F-35 is designed for a broad range of missions, which may dilute its effectiveness in providing dedicated close air support that ground troops have come to rely on from the Warthog. However, modern global threats, particularly from advanced adversaries like China, highlight the limitations of the A-10. Its slower speed and older technology make it less suitable for high-threat environments where advanced air defense systems are present. In contrast, the F-35's stealth and advanced electronic warfare capabilities offer better survivability against modern threats, including China's sophisticated air defense systems. In the meantime, the U.S. Air Force is also looking into leveraging advanced technologies, such as unmanned aerial systems, to complement and eventually replace manned close air support missions. These systems offer the advantage of reduced risk to pilots and can operate in environments that may be too dangerous for manned aircraft. However, the transition to unmanned systems for close air support will require significant development and operational integration before they can fully assume the roles traditionally filled by the A-10. One interesting prospect for the Warthog is its potential transfer to allied nations. This strategy could extend the operational life of the aircraft in a capacity where it continues to serve close air support roles without being a financial burden on the U.S. Air Force. However, the implications of this transfer should be well balanced. On the one hand, it ensures that the A-10 remains in use and continues to provide valuable capabilities. On the other hand, it requires careful consideration of geopolitical dynamics, ensuring that such transfers align with broader strategic interests and do not inadvertently shift the balance of power in sensitive regions. So, the future prospects for the Warthog involve a combination of retiring the aircraft, potentially transferring them to allied nations, and exploring new technologies to fill its role. One thing is sure, while the A-10's operational days with the U.S. Air Force may be numbered, its impact and legacy in military aviation will continue to influence future close air support strategies.